Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Ye spotted leaving the dentist in LA. And I know a lot of people are about to jump to all sorts of conclusion. But before you do, I'm here to tell you, do not jump to any conclusions as yet, because if you notice, something is poking out at one side of his cheek, which means that it seems as though he had an actual dental visit regarding tooth and not nitrous oxide. No, I was nervous too. I'm going to be very honest with you guys because when I came across the images, I believe they were sent to me by our girl Marnique. So shout out to you, Marnique. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. So when I initially came across the images, I was like, oh my God, not again. Not Ye back on nitrous oxide because he's not, you know, being accepted at these in Europe for his shows. So I was like, oh my God, I know it is tough and I know that it must be taking a toll on him mentally to see just the ugly comments that are being made about him. And because he had this tour planned and now we're seeing every second of every minute they're putting out unpleasant reports about him, even things that he did not say. They're twisting his words. And we know that once they're targeting him like this, we know that there will be some frivolous lawsuits in the days to come. So when I saw the images of him and it says, yes, spotted in LA yesterday leaving his dentist, I was like, oh my God, please do not let it be the case where Ye is back on nitrous oxide because we know he had an entire moment there with dentist Thomas Connolly, and that man was allegedly over medicating Ye on nitrous oxide, bringing in canisters and canisters upon nitrous oxide in his home, moving close to Ye so that he could make that pretty penny off Ye because he was literally turning the man into a addict. But we know that Ye went to rehab, he got clean, he's on his meds, and as such, that is good. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, they're going to drag him. They're going to ruin him. They're going to say, see, he hasn't changed. He doesn't deserve grace and all of that jazz. I was like, I'm not going to be judgmental as like these other folks because I know that if someone is working and fighting for their life, they would be dumb to be doing something that would not just, dampen that. It's going to ruin them because in that article that he released last year, he basically spoke about how the nitrous oxide had ruined him and it made him mean and all of that to his wife. So when I saw it, I know, right? I was very, very nervous for him. And I'm like, please, Lord, I know it happens more than how it doesn't. So please don't let this be one of those cases. But then I saw the thing poking at his cheek corner. Yes, it's visible. You can see something poking out through his cheeks. And I was like, okay, he went in to get, it seems as though it's an extraction and it's visible. You see it in his face. You see the thing poking at the corner of his, cheeks. So he was in for actual dental treatment and not nitrous oxide. I did look at the images, like I looked at them and I twist the images and I put them in every single angle because I want to see the face is giving one expression, but is the eye giving the same expression? And he's coherent. He's there and it's not nitrous oxide, but he's out to get, dental treatment. No, can you imagine that these photographs are being shared of the man going to the dentist, and there are people saying that he looked like, someone said he smells. And because people have done this to me on my channel, when I talk about their favorite celebrity, I know that people are just blatantly arrogant, because these people, they have never met me. They have never met me a day in their life. I've never met them a day in my life either. But what people do is that once you speak the truth, once you cause an offense to their favorite people or person, they believe that you are not entitled to speak your truth, and they believe as though they should be just throwing nasty stuff at you because they're nasty. So in their head, if they wear a jacket like that, it is because they know when they wear a jacket like that, they smell. So they're automatically attributing that to, I know what that looks like. I know when I'm just like that, I smell. So I know that ye smells too. But not because you smell when you look like that, it doesn't mean that the other person smells when they look like that. Have some respect for yourselves out here, because it seems as though a lot of people are losing themselves. Telling people that they smell is not a flex, because it's just blatantly arrogant, especially when you've never met them. But I know where it's coming from. It's coming from that PR machine that was against Ye back in 2023, when they were putting out a lot of reports about him when Ye was minding his business. Remember when they told him to leave the United States? Get out of America. We don't want to see you. We don't want to hear you. You're horrible. You're disgusting. And when he left America, can you imagine? Someone is telling you to leave your country where you were born, not somewhere where you went as a refugee and begged people to take you in. You were literally born there, and they're telling you to leave your country just to make them happy. And you're like, okay, let me leave my country so I can make you feel good about yourself, because if it requires me leaving my country for you to feel good a day in your life, he was like, I'll gladly oblige. He left his country, and what did they do? They paid media outlets, paparazzis, that Harley Pasternak, to follow him everywhere he was going, take photos of him. And it was so overwhelming, because they would do these things and they would lie on him in the report. And I remember it got so bad to the point where Candace Owens got involved, and like, what do you want from him? You told him to leave. He left, but you're following him. Leave him alone, So it's coming from that time when they were just putting out everything that they could put out to damage his image, his mental health, and his reputation. And it got so bad. It got so bad to the point where there were members of the Jewish community who had to say, two wrongs don't make a right. Not because Ye had said something that was offensive to you, it doesn't mean that you should be evil, mean, and brutal to him. Because we should be about forgiveness, we should be about love, we should be about peace. But unfortunately, not everyone sees things that way, and not everyone will see things that way. And this is why we have so many atrocities being, done against different people across the nation, across the world. And it's all being done by one set of people, because they want world power. They want world dominance, and they're gonna get it by any means necessary. And forgiveness is never in their books. But you should be forgiving to them. You should praise them. You should adore them. They should talk bad about you, but you should never ever speak on them. Not even if it's true. You should never do anything besides praise them. So as such, when I see the negativity and the lies about Ye, it is literally expected because they have been doing it for so many years. But when Ye does it, it causes an anabaloo because Ye is a black man and we should always be the minority. We should be the community that sits under everyone. And some of us are so blind, we can't even see the game that is being played against us. And we sit down and we remain silent, and we're going to keep silent until we're back in slavery. Many people cannot see what is happening because they don't want to see it. They believe that it's impossible. They believe it is far-fetched. And it's not. It's not impossible. Neither is it far-fetched if you're paying attention to what is happening at this time across the globe. But as I was saying, thank God that it was an actual dental visit. Thank God he's not coming out walking, sideways, wobbly or anything like that. And we can see that it's literally an actual dental visit. So I'm happy it's nothing more. But let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.